Hello everyone, this is Radha. Welcome back to my channel Sivaya Raise English. Dear viewers, in last class we had studied about the active and passive voice of simple present, present continuous and present perfect tense, right? But in this class we are going to learn about the active and passive voice, the same topic, and this is continuous part of active and passive voice. Okay, in this class let us study what is simple past tense and past continuous tense and past perfect tense, and this is all about how to change these sentences, I mean active sentences, into passive voice. So without delay, let's get started. First, dear viewers, you have to remember these things. Before going to do passive voice, you have to remember these things. These are be forms, present be forms and past be forms. I already explained in previous class. Present be forms are am, is and are, right? Past be forms are was and were. Now what is this? This is the list of verbs. Yes, present tense, past tense and past participle. We call them as V1, V2 and V3 also. So here I have taken only two verbs with different forms. Okay. Now what is this? This is the list of subjective pronoun and possessive adjectives. How the pronoun in active voice will be modified into passive voice. This is what all. I will become me, you, he, him, she, her, they, them, we, us, and name as it is will be there. Okay. So these are the steps to be followed, okay, while doing active voice into passive voice. So let's start it. Let's look into some examples. Now let's begin with past simple tense. What is past simple tense? See, we have already learnt about 12 types of tenses, right? Simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. The 4 types in present tense. Then the second one is simple past, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous, right? So among them, today we are going to learn about simple past tense. Let's take the examples of simple past tense and I will tell you how to change that active voice sentences into passive voice. Okay, the first one I have taken here, the simple past tense. Okay, AV means active voice. Okay, PV means passive voice. Here I took some apples, right? I have taken the verb of past tense. Remember. Okay. I took some apples. So this sentence is in simple past tense. How do you make out that whether the sentence is in past or present tense? Very simple. You look at the verb. What is verb here? Absolutely took. Okay. Then now let's start the steps of changing the active voice into passive voice. What is the first step? Yes. See, we have to get to know the sentence structure first. What is the sentence structure here? This is subject, verb and object. Right? This is object. Subject, verb, object. Okay. Now, when we are going to change this into passive voice, we have to write this object in the place of subject. This is the first step. Okay, let's start. Apples. Apples. So one step is finished. The second step is you have to identify the verb in the sentence. Then you make sure whether the verb is in present or past. This is very important thing. Yes, this is the verb. Then it is in past tense. Very clear, because we are talking about simple past tense. Okay. I have taken this verb from the list of past tense verb. This is. Okay. See, I took some apples. Apples. The object is already written in the place of subject. The second step is you just make out the verb in the sentence and make sure whether the verb is in present or past. Of course, it is in past tense. Okay. Then past tense verb. Now, what is next? We have to select the be form. Be form, because you can notice there is no any helping verb in this sentence, right? But when we talk about the past continuous and past perfect tense, we can see was. Was is the helping verb. We can see have. Have is the helping verb, right? But when we come to simple past tense, there is no any helping verb. If there is no any helping verbs, we have to select the be form. We have to write be form. Okay. Then how do we select? It is depends upon the tense of the verb. So the verb is in past tense. We have to select the be verbs in this past. Okay. There are two helping verbs in past tense. So which should be written here? Yes. If the subject is singular, you have to write was. If the subject is plural, you have to write were. Let's see. Apples. Is this singular or plural subject? Yes, obviously the subject is in plural. Apples. That is not only one apple. More than one apple, right? So if there is only one apple, we could have selected the was. Okay. Because of the subject is in plural, we have to select were. Okay. This one. Were is the relevant be form here. So I have to write were. Apples were. Apples were. So second step is over. First step, bringing this object in the place of subject. Second step, identifying the verb and make sure whether it is in present and past. If it is in present, select from present be form. If it is in past tense, select from past be form. So we have selected were here. Next, what is apples were? The third step is the verb will be changed into V3. I mean past participle. Take present, took past tense and taken is past participle. Right. In passive voice, we have to write only past participle. Clear? If there is present or past tense, so on. But when we change this into passive voice, we must write only past participle, because I had explained in last video also. Okay, apples were took will be taken. Okay, apples were taken. Is that enough? No, the sentence is not finished. Apples were taken. We have to add the preposition by. Then what is there in subject? Yes, I is a pronoun. I is there. Then when we change this into passive voice, yes, it will become me. As per the list, I will become me when we write in passive voice. Okay. So apples were taken by. I will become me. So this process is over, finished. Now let's move on to past continuous tense. How do we change that active voice sentence into passive voice? Okay. She was taking apples. She was taking apples. See, ing is the a big clue for continuous tense. If you find continuous in a tense type, that is assure that ing will be there. Continuous. In continuous tenses, ing must be there. Okay. Now, she was taking apples. Okay. See, as we did in previous one, let's start with the first step. What is first step? Yes, bringing this object in the place of subject. That is the first step, right? Apples. Apples. First step is over. Apples and. Is this in singular or plural? The subject? Yes, of course. It is in plural. If I had written only apple and apple, then it will be singular. But I have written apples. Apples means more than one, right? So apples, okay. See, in this sentence, already helping verb is there, right? But in simple past tense, there is no any helping verb. Okay, in continuous tense, verb is already given. And apples, can we write was here? Apples was? No, that's wrong usage. Because was is used with singular subject. Okay, but the subject is in plural. We are not supposed to use was here. Then we can select to be form. Okay, past tense, plural, be form. What is that? Again you go to be form. Past be forms. What? Was and were. We should not select was because the subject is in plural. So past tense, plural, to be form. What? Were. Absolutely were. We have to write were here. Apples were. Then, is that finished? No. We have to add a term here. What is that term? Being. This is most important thing in past continuous and present continuous. Got it? See, when we talk about the past and present continuous, if there is ing form in a sentence, being must be added. Okay, this term must be added. Okay, we cannot add these with past perfect and past simple tense. Okay, only with past continuous and present continuous. Fine. Apples were being. What is the next step? Yes. What is the main verb here? Taking is the main verb. Okay. Was is helping verb. The main verb will be modified into what? Past participle. Okay. Yes. I have been saying that when we talk about passive voice, we must use only past participle. That is what we call in past participle. Okay. Here, this one. Apples were being taken. Taking will become taken. Then is that enough? No. We have to add preposition by. Don't forget. And what is there in the subject? She. You follow this list. She will become her. Okay. In passive voice. By her. So we have finished this past continuous tense. Okay. The object is written in the place of subject first step. Then we have selected be form according to the subject. We have to conjugate these helping verbs with subjects. If the subject is in singular, we have to select singular to be form. If the subject is in plural, we have to select plural to be form. Fine. Apples were being taken by her. Okay. Hope you understood. Now, let's move on to past perfect tense. What is past perfect tense? When we were talking about the present perfect tense, yes, we had seen the helping verbs have and has, right? But in this case, we have to use had in past perfect tense. That is the rule. I have written a sentence here. I had completed household chores. I had completed household chores. What does it mean? Household chores means some jobs, some works around the house, like doing laundry, okay, sweeping the room, okay, and cleaning the room, and what is that, dusting, okay. So all these work is called household chores. Okay. I had completed household chores. This sentence is in past perfect tense. Then how do we change this sentence into passive voice? Let's see. As usual. So what is the subject here? What is the verb here? And what is the object here? Yes. I is subject. Had is helping verb. And completed is main verb. Okay. Had and have forms always followed V3. Always followed V3 verb form. Remember this. I subject, had helping verb, completed main verb, and household chores is object. Right? So let's begin with object. Household chores. Household chores. What is there in helping verb? Had. And do we need to change helping verb here? Do we need to select the be forms and other things? No. No need to select be forms. No. But here, as per the rule, we have to select the helping verb as per the subject only. And can you find out whether these subject is in singular or plural? Household chores. It represents singular only. This is singular subject. Clear? Yes. Household chores and had. You have to write as it is because we are talking about past perfect tense. We are not supposed to write has been or have been. No. We have to use these helping verbs in present perfect only. Okay. Now, household chores. Had is there? No. You have to write had this as it is. Had. Household chores had. Is there anything to add? Yes, we have to add a particular word. What is that term? Been. When we were changing the past continuous tense, we added being there. But when we change this past perfect tense into passive voice, we have to add been. Has been, have been, and had been. Okay. Household chores had been the completed. Again V3. Don't forget writing V3 compulsory because these have forms always followed V3. So we need not to select going to that list. Okay. Already given. Completed. Completed. I will write here the remaining part. Okay. Household chores had been completed by me. Why did I write me? Yes, I will become me, right? Yes, as per the rule. This is what changing past perfect tense into passive voice. Okay. The same steps has been followed with all three type of tenses. But only the changes have taken place by adding being with continuous form and being with perfect tense. So this is the only changes. Okay. And I think I hope you understood. See, this is all according to grammar rules. Okay children, now I will tell you the easiest method for slow learners. Okay? I take some apples. The sentence is in simple present. Okay. Now, you sometimes you need not to scratch your head too much. Okay. Just this is easy method. Just follow the sentence. I take some apples. Here, you just look at the sentence and make sure whether there is helping verb or not. If there is no any helping verb, just you go through the be forms. At that time, you have to select be forms. If the verb is in present tense, of course, now verb is in present tense. Now we have to select be form here. Okay? Am, is or is there? No, you have to select one of them. I take some apples. Okay? As usual, apples. Okay? And now present helping verb, and here apples. You look at this subject, you go to present be form. Apples are. Again, take will become taken. Taken by me. Let's take took here. The same. Everything will be the same. Only here we have to change the to be form. Okay. Past tense and the subject is in plural. Past tense plural. What? Past tense plural. Word. This is easy method. Apples were taken by me. Clear? I think hope you understood. This is easy method. Clear? I have completed homework. Very easy method. And you need not to knowing what type of sentence is that and all. The homework. Have is there? No. Have. Can we write have? Homework have? No. Because you observe this subject. Subject is in singular. Homework is like that a thing. Okay. It considered as singular. Homework has been. Homework has been completed as it is written. Okay. Homework has been completed by me. This is very easy. If you find has, had and have, you just add been. If you find ing form in the sentence, you just add being. If there is could, if there is will, if there is should in the sentence, we just add be, be. I will write such sentences. I will eat banana. Okay. Then how do we change this into passive voice? Very simple. Banana, you write banana. Look at the helping verb. Is there any helping verb? Yes. Obviously, will. Just write as it is. You add be. When we find any models in active voice sentences, we have to add be. This is very important. In perfect tenses, we will add been, right? In continuous tenses, we will add being. And in models, with models, we will use be. Remember this thing. Be. Banana will be, it will become eaten. By her. Got it? place of will? Would. Don't worry, you just add be, the same word, would be. Got it? Is it not easy method? Very easy method. If there is would, you add would be. If there is will, you add will be. If there is could be. Should be. Okay? See, we have to add be when there is any modal verbs. And sometimes we need not to go according to the grammar rules. For slow learners, I'm talking about slow learners. Okay? For such children, I think it will be very helpful. Okay, guys? I hope you understood what we have learned today. Yes, we have learned how to change simple past, past continuous and past perfect tense into passive voice. Okay, in simple past, there won't be any helping verbs, and in such situation, you have to select the be form. In past continuous forms, we have to add being. Don't forget. In past perfect tense, we have to add a been. B-E-E-N, been. When we come to modals, if there is modal in the sentences, we just add be. B-E, be. Okay. So, this is all about active and passive voice. Okay. Thank you so much for watching my video, and keep cooperating, keep watching, keep learning. Thank you so much.